first video, we talked about what a simple product is and how it starts with creating a habit routine, a cue, routine, and a reward that will hopefully change somebody's existing routines that they have in their day. So the biggest challenge is that a lot of people don't really want to change their day. And so how do you simply get into their lives with a simple experience? And I think it's a good framework to start off of. Video number 2, we talked a lot about how to start simple. That's really where Crema comes into the picture, of really helping our clients think how to build a simple first version of their product. Sometimes called an MVP, minimum viable product, sometimes just called the first iteration or whatever that is. How do we prove that there's a problem that needs to be solved? How do we build the simplest solution to that problem? And how do we get it out to the market? So now let's put ourselves in the mindset that you did that. You successfully launched your simple product and it's out in the market, you're starting to get customers, people are paying for it hopefully. How do we move from a simple product that started simple to now we're starting to listen to our customers, they want more features, they want it to be a little bit more complicated than it was yesterday, and we're listening to them, so we're gonna add more features. How do we keep the product simple as it grows? Yeah. So there's 2 things I want to unpack today. One is how to keep onboarding simple. So how to remember that while your product got more complex, the new customers that are just now learning about your product are new to it. So they have a lot more to learn. They have a lot more area to catch up. So how to keep onboarding simple for new customers. And then how do you hide away complexity? So how do you make something feel simple even as it becomes more complex?
Yeah.
So.
I think with onboarding, one thing that really comes to mind is making sure that you keep focused on your unique value prop that you had from the very beginning. Even though you're adding new features and you're adding, in a lot of ways, new value to the customer, you want to keep focused on the value that you are providing them from the beginning, and then you really want them to focus on. I think one good way to do that is keeping a linear process in the onboarding.
Yeah.
One example is Slack, which we use a lot in the office. But their onboarding, I think, is unique because, and it's a unique product where it's a chat system.
Right.
But they use that to their advantage in their onboarding, where when you download it for the first time or you're starting a team for the first time, they teach you about the product through chatting with you. And so they give you one thing to do first, and once you do that, then you have a new chat from them, a new step for something to do next.
Because it keeps you focused only on the immediate decision, not on having 6 different things that I have to decide to do at first. So great, you made a username and password, right? And then give me the 6 things I'm supposed to do now. It's just decision overload.
Yeah.
Instead of, what am I supposed to do first? Tell me what to do, and I'll do it. I'll walk through that path, but tell me what to do and why am I doing it? So make sure that value prop stays clear.
Yeah.
That's that linear path you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say now you've brought a new customer in, or you have an existing customer base. How do you continue to add features, but not distract from what the product was built, what the original reason the product was built?
Yeah.
What are ways, both either through design or through functionality, that someone can really focus in on the core of their product and not let it get too distracting with more features?
I think as far as design goes, best way to focus on the core of the product is to just show the core of the product, and make that the main thing that the user is going to interact with and see. Snapchat's a good example of that, because when you open the app, it's just the camera feature. That's what they want you to do, is take a picture or a video and send it to the world. Tertiary features are hidden away, and the UI supports that, and I think that's a good way of hiding complexity.
Envision does this really well in their product. They've continued to add boards and prototypes and templates and all these other features, which have been really valuable to a company like ours that is taking advantage of those features. But again, for a new user, or even for us sometimes, we don't use all those features all the time. The one thing we do come back to every time is a prototype, which has just one tile. You click into it and you can see your screens.
Yeah.
And it's very simple that's the core of the product. As they start to add these features, they will hide them away. So the search icon is just a little search at magnifying glass.
Yeah.
But when you click on it, then it shows you the search bar. And kind of hide it away until it's ready.
Yeah.
Or when you hover over a tile, you can see the collaborators on the project. But otherwise, you don't see them. It's not a distraction. You just need to know what project it is.
Yeah.
So all that functionality gets visually hidden away, and even functionally kind of hidden away, so that the core of the product stands true. They are a prototyping tool that has multiple projects, and that's hands down what it is. So I think this idea of hiding complexity and keeping the product very focused on the original core value prop. Almost every product that I think has had a long shelf life has done a really, really good job of doing that. 3 takeaways that we want to have to wrap this up. First, never stop focusing on the core problem.
Second is to remember to always be educating your new customers.
And I think the third one is don't get distracted with tertiary features. Stay focused on the core.
Yeah.
So to wrap up this whole conversation around how to build a simple product, or maybe the value of building a simple product, I think I want to just recap. First, remember that you're interrupting people's days, and you have to think about creating a new habit routine into their existing lives. I think the second thing is that we really need to be focused in on how to start simple so that you're really solving and validating a problem and creating a solution that is valuable to your market and to your audience. And then the third is that after you've launched Simply, you continue to grow and stay focused on that core problem. So tertiary features, onboarding stays focused on the original unique value prop that you were trying to set out to do.
Yep.